Hi Stampin' friends. Tonight we're going to use the Shining Christmas Designer Series paper. This paper has two colors in it and they are pretty shiny. Mostly the cherry cobbler is shiny, but I think there is a little bit of shine, or maybe it's just the sheen of the cardstock that is on there for the Mossy Meadow. So it's a little different to only have two colors in the entire pack of paper. The back side of the paper is just cherry cobbler, but it's a matte finish. It's more of what we're used to. So there are some interesting little patterns in this, just some checks and some little hatches and a polka dot, which this could be useful for Valentine's. This one is like an old mercury glass Christmas ornament. You know, the ones that kind of go inside. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like. I'm trying to decide if I could color one of those and have it turn out cute, but it's a very small print. Then there's this this print here that's like Christmas lights, all a jumble, just like it all wound together. Now, the Hollywood side, the fancy side, has this really cute present print, this candy cane, which I really like the look of it, really nice star-topped little trees, pretty holly, this argyle print, so it's like little diamonds. I prefer the diamonds going this way, but that's neither here nor there. And then this nice diagonal stripe with dots. It's kind of a hand-drawn look. So I have a couple of ideas for you and some things I want to show you, so let's get started. I'm cutting several pieces of paper and just kind of showing you a couple possibilities. For example, this one with the candy canes and little tiny white hearts is super cute. And I thought it would look really good with this Cup of Cheer little die cut. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of coloring on it. And I also wanted to do one other thing, which was show you sometimes, like for example, this is too big for this circle. But then also the circle that it is the right size for is really big and would fill a lot of the card. So what I wanted to show you is to just try and do your own little out of the box here. Maybe add, I'm going to just grab this little printed thing right here. Just add the little, it's from this set also. This is the set we used last Friday. I should have said that first. I'm sorry. This is the Gift of Giving set. So I'm going to grab my Mossy Meadow and I'm just going to ink it up and ink it here. And then just do a quick cutout. This might get a little dull, but it's because I want to see what it looks like and kind of put it together here. Just cut it out. Kind of pretending that there's a die for this, which would mean that it's got a pretty wide, oopsie, got a pretty wide edge on it, not super close. It also makes it faster to cut out as you're cutting, for there to just be a fairly wide edge on the pieces. Okay, so the plan with this then is just to cover up this here with our extra piece that we've added. So that will just kind of put it together. So what I'm going to do is take I stamped this in the Mossy Meadow, and of course it is a water-based ink, and I'm just going to use my Stampin' blends that are alcohol-based to color it so it won't smear any. If I had used something like Stays On, there might have been a little bit of smearing. Okay, so there you can see that. Then I'm just going to add some light cherry cobbler here on these candy cane stripes. And then I think I'm going to make the berries also be cherry cobbler. I'm just gonna, I could totally leave them white, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Adding my Mossy Meadow, light Mossy Meadow to that. I'm gonna try the dark cherry cobbler with this and see what I think. Yeah, I kind of like that. It kind of ties together. This red is so nice and shiny, but I think this ties it together nicely. To me, the light cherry cobbler is really close to real red, so it's just kind of my opinion on that. Okay, so then you can just kind of imagine what you might put behind it. Let's see here. I'm trying to decide if I did do a large one. There is a large one of these guys. And I might, here's my crumb cake. What I do with my crumb cake is just kind of go around the edges here of my little marshmallows. And then I'm going to color my, oh, this is the really light one. Hold on, I'm going to grab a different one because I want my cookie to be a little tiny bit browner. It can stand a little more brown. There we are. There, that'll give it a nicer color. Okay. Then you could also make the handle red or something. You could actually probably color the whole thing red, but that will just kind of give it a cute look. You could then color this with some of our, oopsie, there we go, of our Wink of Stella to give the berries a little bit of shine. So I'll just go ahead and do that. It's got a little bit of glitter in it. It can make a lot of things way prettier than they would be without it. There we are. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this together real quick. One thing I do wish we had with this is some red and white striped ribbon, like some deep red. We have the twine, but it is a sweet sorbet. And so it's not really a good match for this dark color. And then here where I'm covering this up, I'm just going to go ahead and use a glue dot, just one of our little mini glue dots, or two. Let's see here. There we go. Just pop that on the back. I could certainly use just my regular Stampin' Seal, but I just want to be sure it's secure. So I'm just going to put it right there. So that's ready to go. Now, one thing I did want to show you, just some considerations. Since I did use the crumb cake, it would be pretty easy to add crumb cake to this. Probably it would be nice to go ahead and, I'm gonna wait to stick this down. I think it would be nice to put a layer of crumb cake around the edge and highlight our cookie shape, our cookie color, I mean, and then maybe put a little bit of this ribbon. It's a really nice ribbon. It comes with this, comes also with this real thin red that I love. It's a real red. So this would be really pretty with this, I think, if I go ahead and highlight then the crumb cake. So there's that. And I might just, I could run it down the side like this. I haven't done that in a while. That would be super cute. Let's go ahead and cut off there where I had it wrapped into my little holder. So there you can see that would be a pretty simple and cute card. Okay, let me get a couple more here just to kind of show you some possibilities. Okay, I did this one with just put the trees, and then imagining what to put on here. You could use any one of these. All of these are the size that is left over from cutting it. So I thought the presents look great with the tree. So that would be something you could put here. And once you've got that part, then you just need to come up with a cute sentiment that you like. So I have several out here, and they are from Brightest Glow. It's one of the ones that carried over from last year. So the ones I have here that I thought would be cute with this, there's one that says joy, just a little joy there. And then there's the, hold on just a second, let me find them. 'Tis the Season, which I think is perfect always when you have holly. So that could be a cute one for, you know, decking the halls and all that. And then All Is Merry and Bright. I think I'm going to use All Is Merry and Bright, and then I'm going to be able to layer it on one of these guys, hopefully. So let me go ahead and grab my cherry cobbler. I always try to be extra careful with my reds because they can make a big mess. Hopefully I've stamped this out far enough. Grabbing my big old circle punch. Just see if I can get this on here. There we go. And then layer it on this cute little, this size of red. I think that's probably cute. I think I probably should put this on red. So let me grab a red real quick. Since I did my layer in red. Oh, yeah, I like that a lot. So that is a very simple card, but because you have all the sparkles, I think it really makes the card less boring. There's certainly no boredom there. One thing I was considering putting with this was, okay, these guys are called Blooming Pearls. And I was looking at some of these colors and I was kind of distracted by the colors, but I do think some of these greens would look great on here. I think this is supposed to be Peacock, and this is supposed to be maybe Lost Lagoon, but I think that would look really pretty on here with this shiny paper, and it has like iridescent. You can see kind of the rainbow in the colors. I think they would be gorgeous on here. So let's go ahead and just try to put this together real quick. Now with the Start Color cardstock, of course, I'm going to line this. I do, most of my cards are lined with white, but certainly this one will need to be lined in white. So I would probably do this same card in a variety of different patterns and colors, and so that I could give them to a lot of different people on my Christmas list. I'm just going to go ahead and stick this down. I am going to use a dimensional on the circle. Try to decide about where I want that to be. Maybe right in there somewhere. There we go. Put this here. Oopsie. And then layered on this small. This is from the Stylish Shapes dies. So this one is one of the smaller, kind of the small one. There's two bigger ones than this. Oh no, there's one bigger one than this. So I could also layer it on here if I decided that that was necessary. That would be pretty as well, to just have it layered on the green also. But I think I'm gonna just do this. I think it's a little bit cleaner this way. Grab a few, maybe 3 little dimensionals. These are the big dimensionals. I'm just saying little, like, aren't they cute, I guess. All right. So there's our All Is Merry and Bright. And then I'm just gonna pop some of these larger ones on here because I have quite a bit of space here. And so since it's pretty good size amount of space, I want to put all those on there. And I probably, with this one, I probably wouldn't use any of the crumb cake ribbon with this. And you could always use your blends and color this red ribbon darker. We don't currently have a ribbon that is cherry cobbler, so that would be something to consider, is just getting it colored with the cherry cobbler. I love this just made into a bow, so I'm just gonna try that real quick and see what I think. Shouldn't take too terribly long. Oh yeah, that'll make it dark pretty quickly. Will be dark enough. So I do think I'll probably need to do both sides, yes. And I'm gonna do it just one more time up a little bit higher. Give myself 1 more inch, because sometimes it's difficult to tie bows, and other times it goes well. And just close that back up. I don't think that was too hard on it. I'm just gonna give that a second to dry. So So let's see. I'll go ahead and try to talk about a couple other things I had in mind with this. One thing I considered was something that we don't do very often. A lot of times we'll go to all the trouble of going ahead and making this punch through the whole thing and then have your sentiment on the inside or something. But you could also just put this here and cut it out. And I did it two different ways. I did it with this one and then with on the holly one. And then you could do your little punch. I'm trying to remember if my punch, I think my punch is too big for this one. I think it'll be too large. Let's see. I'm trying to see what I can see there with that. No, you will see a little tiny edge of the red showing through. And so that was my idea with this, that would be pretty simple to do, but it would be really cute. So that might be cute to use with some sort of gifting, like, you know, gifting things to someone kind of sentiment. And then this one I would probably use with my 'Tis the Season. So that would be cute. Or a Merry Christmas that you might have, or maybe a Warm Wishes would be cute. So lots of fun there. You could also take this, and when you punch these out, you're going to have little leftover pieces. So you could turn these into, you might want to go ahead and do them again with maybe the smaller one, but you could certainly make this into a card and then put a sentiment that's punched out with a circle as well. And that would just make kind of almost a quilt-like looking card. I think that could be super cute. It would be cute to do the same thing with using your little squares and make a quilt looking front. I think when these patterns are small like this, even though it is a shiny pattern, I still think it would be really cute as a quilt kind of a look, or a patchwork, I guess is what I mean. I'm not necessarily saying you should quilt it, but just the patchwork will be super cute with that as well. Okay, so when I put this on here, it did stiffen the ribbon just a little bit, but it's still very easy to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do this and get this. I'll have to go back and forth a couple of times to get my bow. You know how you have to do with bows. I always just put it through once and then kind of work with it for a while and get it just how I want it. Do some flipping and get it kind of flopped around there. So let's see here. I could have done one more trip through the with the blend, because it's not super dark, but it's going to look better than it did before it had any color added. So cutie pie, just kind of flipping those ends. Here we are. I'm just going to trim this right here. I am glad I did that extra inch. It definitely needed that. And just trim this edge. And you can see that is a much nicer match for my cherry cobbler here. So super cute there. I love this thin ribbon. It is really pretty. I'm just going to grab a quick glue dot. I can't decide if I want to put it right under. I think I want to put it, I'll have to be careful that I don't tear the paper. There we go. I think I want to put it right under the sentiment. I think that might be cute. I'd have to move this guy now that I've decided to put that right under the sentiment. I need to put it right down there. So there you go. I have completed this card, and I've kind of talked about some ideas for some other punch out situations. And then we worked on this card where we used the gift of giving set with the little have a cup of cheer here. I think this is perfect for putting a gift card to Starbucks or something in and making it just look a little bit more fun. You could also, you know, use it for an invitation to come over to your house for a Christmas party. So lots of possibilities here. I appreciate you all watching, and I hope that you have a great week. Bye-bye.